Pump fists, and here we go. Shout out to Hit63 in Japan. So yeah, this is the fun thing. Both Emmy and Jole went to Japan at some point and entered a weekly, I think that is. So, and they ended up playing each other, despite the fact, you know, they are the two. I don't know how many people went to that tournament, but given they're like 2 English people from the same region, it's kind of wild. Either way. Jole's actually not built up as much of a lead as I thought he was here. I was going to say, like, traditionally in this matchup, he goes, oh yeah, Jole has really good neutral and really good spacing, and Game Watch really struggles if you're a big swordy who can just poke him out at all points like that, because you tend to rely on your aerials quite heavily, and that's just where Corrin shines, excuse me, especially in terms of range. But right now, I mean, are they able to box fairly reliably? As Jole, I guess he just didn't think he had a jump or something. That's actually a huge lead given over to Emmy. And like, if she's able to stay alive with this, can actually build this quite rapidly, because as good as Jole is, like, playing out the neutral, Corrin isn't really a character that can just, like, burst you. You have to, like, win a slow and methodical neutral with Corrin. The low percent combos are pretty good, but, like, once you get past 60, like Emmy currently is, it's, like, stray hits at best, and you can do stuff like you can fish for pins, you can fish for back air, but you do really, like, struggle to control the pace at neutral. So we're doing a good job right now, just tacking off a bit of extra percent, but unfortunately doesn't respect the flip kick after the pin. We'll get the stock at only 45%, excuse me. Not as good as it could have been, but still a decent lead for her right now. Now Jole has that low percent, has the big stick, starts to go to work. And we're just going to play this one nice and easy. And again, like, Emmy just has found some pace in this neutral right now where she's able to consistently take control of it. Because as much as Corrin has the range advantage, you can just bull your way through. You have moves like the dash attack, like the forward air. They just let you just bash your way through any setup that Corrin wants to put out. Or if Jole isn't respecting it, like, it doesn't look like he is right now, as well as it was going. Jole just finds a pin and takes the stock away. Like, you are able to take over the neutral, it's just not particularly easy. You can see Jole not swinging to hit, just swinging to control space right now. It's space that the Game Watch could be in. Not necessarily that will be, but just covering as many options as he can. But falls onto the shield, the old classic Game & Watch. I have priority on this move. Please don't contest me on shield. Again, the dash attack. Like, Emmy's found a pattern here, and that is a regrab on ledge, and that is a forward that you cannot escape. And now, last stock for both players. Dash attack from Emmy, just trying to tack on some extra damage. And again, it's spacing, and Jole gets a little too antsy with the F smash. Gets a little punish for it. But again, it's just good spacing from Emmy. Just going in, getting a hit, trying to get out immediately as soon as it goes wrong. Good shield holds. Into a trampoline, into that up air. And keeping it very consistent. Trying to punish these air smashes, which Jole has just been going for constantly. Has found too many of them. The buried air smash, that should kill. And indeed it does. And Emmy finds herself up a game in this set. I don't know how frequently that's happened. The scoreline has not looked too good for her in the past, but now she's got 2 to go. This is a best of 3. And it's looking very convincing for her right now. It wasn't like, the end result wasn't like an amazing, wow, this was a complete stomp, but the gameplay just felt really consistent from Emmy. And sometimes you don't need to be lights out better than your opponent, you just need to be 60-40, but consistently 60-40 over them, and that's all you need. They'll run it back to PS2. See if the pace can be maintained for Emmy. We only have the most 6 in the recent showing, but it has not been a good matchup for her historically. If she's able to win, I would have to call this an upset. Quite a substantial one at that. But right now it is looking very convincing. Corrin just doing low percent things, nothing too much to speak of here. Again, Jole's just doing his best to try and just lock space out, try and prevent the Game & Watch from getting in at all. Covering the high. But again, like, there's no way to, like, keep the Game & Watch out. As soon as you go for something aggressive, that's when Emmy's been really striking. And now Jole's, like, slowed it down a fair bit. He's not leaning on the F smash too heavily. He's playing a lot more safe. And that is meaning Emmy's struggling to get the percent in, but a beautiful tech chase. Covers every option there. That was remarkable. Doesn't get the F smash. Almost calls out the landing. Can't time the up smash foot. Gets the frame trap with that down tilt. And now sent back to even, but that F smash does land perfectly, well spaced by Jole, and will take the lead in this game. And where it was Emmy with a massive lead in the first game, it's now Jole with maybe not as big a one, but certainly a one he can play off of, because right now he's the one who can control the neutral, and he is turning up the tempo a little bit here. This Game & Watch, as good as that trampoline is, that's his only really good boxing tool. You have the back air as well, potentially. He just runs into a charge blast. And now what looked so promising early on, it's looking like a very strong suffocation from Jole, but a beautiful space on the air smash for Emmy. Just out of range of that down air. Lands the tip of the fire and will actually take a stock back, but now there's a lot of work to do to bring this game towards her. Good patience, but Jole just backs off, baits the dash attack, gets the grab follow-up. It builds on percent after percent after percent. That is 2 stocks in the bucket, but it does not matter because Jole goes for the execution pin, and he does not miss. Game 2 goes the way of the Corrin. And we are now joined by Mr. Power Go. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm good, thanks. Yes, how are you?
I'm doing quite well.
Good.
Just enjoying some good old-fashioned Smashy Bros for Nintendo Switch. As we have, you joined us at 1-1.
Ooh, 1-1. Wow.
Yeah. So like first game, it was like it was a one-stock game, but like it felt like Emmy just had complete control of the tempo of the neutral for the most part. And then Jole said, you know what, I'm just going to turn it up to 11, and I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, Jole just sometimes does that. Just know what to do and do it. Like starting off now with a nice 50%.
I will say, Emmy's like tech coverage on platforms has been kind of disgusting. I didn't respect Game & Watch Nair into jab until today, and now I know it's a thing. It's barbaric.
I not know that. I don't know, but it doesn't surprise me.
So I mean, just good drift to avoid any setup. Jole's trying to go off stage. Tech chase. Nope. Jole's just going to take in place and run to safety. And now in this FD configuration, I'm not sure this is particularly great for Emmy in particular, just because like you have
platforms to try and land on.
Yeah, it's like you have no mix-up in your landing. It's so scary when you're like when you're the one below the Corrin, it's probably really good, but being below the Corrin,
below Sword, yeah, with the destroying up air.
That was an unfortunate clank. Hits the projectile hitbox of that charge, and then just gets bit by the claws, whatever that move is meant to actually be. Corrin is a strange character. I try not to think about her too hard. Fire Emblem is my favorite anime, but that's just a classic hold-up smash into bait rolling. It's the thing, right? You hear the charge smash, but it's like, oh, I'm going to dodge the smash attack, and then you just hold it for a little bit and catch the roll in. It is one of the classic.
If they roll the other way, it's Game & Watch up smash. There's very little end lag.
Also true. By the way, a small bit of charge in the bucket for Emmy as well. Potential thing you have to worry about because Jole does like to use the charge blast.
Yeah, he does like use it. He likes to use it off stage as well as storms. Like maybe use it on stage if he's trying to catch you. It's trying to catch a land.
Mostly an edge guard tool for him. Doesn't fire off that time.
Back to the FD configuration again.
And Jole has just been flinging these F smashes this set. It's been
well spaced. Game Watch can't beat them.
It's been a mixed bag though, because he's been in like a big range situation, but what Emmy's been able to do pretty reliably is just running in dash attack afterwards. Because dash attack is like enough startup range that you can just tag after the move comes out, and it's a pretty good hit. And even if it does land on shield, congratulations, you're playing Game Watch, you can just trampoline out of it.
Yeah, free up B. I've been playing a bit more defensive now, like Emmy desperately not wanting to die to a common move like that one. Jole was waiting for the right opportunity there, now with a stock lead off stage again. Sort of neutral B there, like stalls Colin's slowdown, falling even.
So what do you do as Emmy when like the Corin's off stage? Because all of the moves that Jole can do, that is a really nice call out actually.
Very strong, very nice charge up smash there. Now, last stock for both players.
0%. This is dead even. And again,
another up smash.
Like you don't think it's going to hit, but that move is massive, especially on landing. Getting tries to go for the trampoline, but Jole chases up, gets the up air just to build a little bit of damage. Doesn't get the pin!
No, that could have been big there. Now stage. The Game Watch tank mode.
Is there a good coverage by Jole? Because you don't want to play on the ledge, not the third time. You don't want to play on ledge versus
saving
Game and Watch. So you just go around the ledge instead, don't have to deal with that down smash. So now Jole, again, it's the FD configuration, which is just so scary for both of them, because they want the platforms to play around in safely in aerials. But I think Emmy just feels a little bit more confident when they're both on the ground. So nice claw up down there with the back air from Jole. There's a top enough.
Not a third up smash hitting.
It's just one of those fun things about Game Watch forward air. It has its own hurt box. It can interrupt projectiles. It's just a good counterplay.
Yeah. Joel's managed to even out percentage.
No.
That kills. tip of pin taking it.
That was the tip of pin to Game Watch's toe. The big toe
I'm
got
surprised
hit.
Emmy was like 100% on here. I know it's town, but still, it was across town, not like right at the edge of town.
Across town. From getting the toe stubbing pin.
Unfortunately there for the big boy.
Like, fair play to Jole. Like, he is insanely good at spacing out those pins, but that looked wild.
Yeah, that was something.
So, yeah, Jole will advance in